PA's bumper music today.
This is sweet.
Groovy. It's kind of groovy.
Wait, can you play one of the PA going, ow, over this?
It's hot in here.
Yeah, please.
I gotta find it.
Oh my God.
Good idea. I don't know where it's at. It's in here somewhere. I'll find it. We're going to
Trying to do Nelly?
Yeah. Play back our press conference in this segment. Because yesterday we got one-on-one time with them.
Duh.
KOC and Kwesi.
Both, yep.
Because we are your official Power Trip morning show, the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings morning show. That's what we do. So we let everybody else talk to them first, then we ask them the hard-hitting questions.
Mostly non-football related.
Of course.
Right, because everybody else asks the football questions. It's like we get it. They ask about J.J. McCarthy. Whatever.
Whatever's right.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, I can't find it. Maybe it's been deleted or lost to history.
Oh, there's donuts down the hallway. Just got an email. We got donuts here.
Is that right?
Oh.
Donuts are good.
So I believe what they're going to do is there's a dozen of them.
Yeah.
So if you want one of them, put your name in a raffle. And then they will decide who gets the donuts.
And then the woo.
Hold on. Yeah. Here we go.
Hot in here. Hot in here.
Tony Romo.
And then the woo. And then the woo. And then the woo. And then the woo.
All right, rank them. What makes people turn the radio off the fastest? Me guessing the World Series of Poker main event champion in the year that you asked.
Yeah.
You asking a 49-second question.
It wasn't that long.
Or PA making porn sounds sounding like Tony Romo. Because that makes me uncomfortable. I would turn it off the fastest with the PA sound bites.
I'm just still always wondering what version of Hot in Here he was listening to. That is not what the song is.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, I don't think that. I didn't even know that song.
Is he okay?
I bet doctors have asked him to open up and say exactly once, and then they've just said never again.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nickelback.
We'll just guess.
Never again.
Don't say it like that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. You got to spit on me.
Never mind. Yeah.
And then the woo.
Just take your tonsils out. Who cares? You got strep.
And then the woo.
Yep.
We're going to take your kidneys out over here, too.
No. Poor PA.
We're just going to harvest.
Harvest? I think there's you can make a lot of money harvesting organs.
Sauce, if PA was going to donate an organ to you, what would you take?
That's a good question.
It's not. Just answer it. Just
hold on, let me
say
think.
Gallbladder or something. It doesn't matter.
Probably his liver.
Oh my God, that took so long.
Shut up!
You were thinking way too long. Just say an answer.
I hate that lady.
Why is liver?
Sounds like you ruined her day, too.
Because you drank more than he did?
Lady,
Yeah, but he doesn't drink a lot. I don't want his kidneys because he pees all the time.
How old are you, 43?
Leave him alone.
43, yeah.
So the liver's also 17 years older than you.
Yeah, but,
By definition, anything you're going to get from him is 17 years older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we do the bit? I mean, press conference?
Yeah. Yeah, because this bit's going nowhere.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, so yesterday at TCO, we had a chance to talk to Kwesi, Adofo-Mensah, and Kevin O'Connell. It's the general manager and the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings. Again, the Power Trip Morning Show always granted exclusive access to talk to KOC, but this time it was like end of the year bit, so let's have Kwesi join as well, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
And now, it's time for a Power Trip press conference.
All right, so Kwesi, I heard you were recently on the same flight as Sauce. You obviously are the general manager of the Vikings. You sat in first class, but Sauce was in aisle 23, window seat 23F. But in 23A, B, and C, it was Shaq, Ruben Studdard, and a small African elephant. How did the pilot describe the flight?
It's a delicate balance.
Yeah, it's very close.
Wow.
That was a fat joke.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Hey, Coach. Meat Sauce here. Nice to see you, man. What's the last thing Rosen wants to hear after a one-night stand?
Good morning.
Why are you ripping Rozo? Zachary, did you do something? No. You didn't? Okay, cool. Hey, Coach, I know you've got Progressive insurance. I heard Jordan Addison ran into your car. Have you talked to anybody about it?
We've been really aggressive, and Flo knows exactly how we feel about it.
Brilliant, Hawk. You're so good at this. Genius. Sorry, Coach, I didn't mean to talk over you, but Hawk's brilliant. Mine are so bad.
Hey, Kwesi, I've heard you suck at hide and seek. What do you say?
Over here.
Sauce, the floor is yours.
Hey, Coach, I heard you hooked up with Hawk's sister. What happened immediately after you went to the bathroom?
It definitely stung.
Oh, that sucks.
Hey, Coach, it's well known. Corey don't have much use for rap music.
Okay.
From what you know, is there any rapper that Corey gets?
The game makes sense to him.
Well done.
Well done, Hawk.
He speaks to me.
He does.
Yeah, I get it.
The game?
Yeah, the game.
He's got a few slammers.
I didn't live his exact life, but I understand what he's saying. And that matters. Paul, your hands up.
Did Hawk know who that is? Because
I don't
he
know.
slept with all the Kardashians.
I don't know how he knew who the game was.
Hawk has this inordinate love for the game that I can't explain.
I just love that somebody calls himself the game. I love it. I love
Pretty
it.
good.
It makes me laugh.
I love it.
Hi, Max. By the way, thanks for coming down to TCO.
Sorry, guys.
What's up, man?
I'm here for Fox.
You're
Sorry,
here for
guys.
Fox? Come on in.
Hey, Max, stick around for this one. You're going to like this one. Hey, Kwesi, what's one thing you can't get enough of?
But
So stupid. Oh, God.
Hey, Coach, what would any woman say if they were hugged too long by PA?
I felt growth.
Oh,
Darn it. Okay, well, that changes things up for me. I got one for you, Kwesi. What's something you've never done on Monopoly?
finish the game.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well
you
said.
and me both, buddy.
Yeah, well said.
Game takes forever. Hey, Kwesi, what? I'm so sorry about this. How would you describe what you just mailed the Cola Guard?
A full sample.
Brilliant. Hey, Coach, Meat Sauce here again. What was E.T.'s end goal?
Get home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so dumb.
2 quick music questions, KOC. What's your favorite Beatles song?
Something,
What's your favorite Bread song?
no matter what.
Okay, thanks.
I can't name another bread song besides Everything I Own.
Yeah.
Last one from me, Kwesi. My friend Ace has a question for you. He's a pet detective. He turned around and bent over and grabbed his cheeks and wanted to know about your 2026 draft plans.
You know, I understand where that question comes from.
Oh yeah, well, where is that?
But
Exactly, it came from his butt.
Well done, Court. Hey, Coach, last one for me.
Bring Brett.
And power through.
What's something John Creasel and Lieutenant Dan can't do?
Put his best foot forward.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to say thank you because we really care about him. But it looks like because of everything going on in Minneapolis, you're going to help one of our coworkers out.
We're gonna, get Max ready to go. And
What?
I mean,
Max, no!
They're going to smuggle you out,
get
man.
on the Wilf's plane just in case, Max. And scene.
but
That was good. You guys are funny.
We should probably just keep that on the button bar forever.
Probably.
but
Yeah.
Sauce, what do you think is sweet?
but
Yeah. Right.
Butts are sweet.
Yeah,
They can be.
You're a big fan.
They can be. They can be.
I'm a fan of one of them.
Only one?
Yep.
Angela White.
No, my wife.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I thought you were going to say Betty White.
Well, I felt growth.
Thank you for your service.
I felt growth.
Sauce, what's the best part about Betty White?
But
I felt growth.
Paul, your hands up.
Betty White, Woodhawk.
2 years ago, sure.
I felt growth.
Not now.
Oh, she died like 10 years ago.
Yeah, well,
Didn't she die
I felt growth.
She died like a year and a half. Didn't she die like 2 years ago at 99 or 100
tell you,
years old?
the internet's
She made it to
slow.
100, right?
2021.
2021. She did make it to 100, though,
Her
correct?
birthday, by the way, is in a couple of days. She would be 104 if she didn't die.
Wow.
oh, man.
In Brentwood.
Nice spot.
Woody?
Man,
That's where OJ lived.
she was on a
right.
million game shows, that
true.
Betty White.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Yeah, she survived a lot, including OJ.
a lot of years.
Yeah.
99 years old. That just sucks, though.
Oh, she didn't make it?
18 days short of 100.
No,
Yeah.
turds.
Way to give up, quitter.
Wow.
The Washington Nationals became the 17th to join Major League Baseball's broadcasting arm on Wednesday. An expected move after years of legal disputes.
What?
What just happened?
Are you having a seizure?
What are you barking at? Pictures of Betty White?
One of her previous spouses back in 45.
Alan Ludden?
Richard Barker.
Oh, Richard Barker.
Well,
I get it. I get why you're barking.
No. Yeah. You can hear Tommy.
wow, yippee-oh, yippee-yay.
Is that the game?
I think that's DMX.
Okay.
if it sounds hip hoppy, talk just
How do you know that?
That's something my dad said at last year's Super Bowl. Who is this? Is that the game? No, it's Kendrick Lamar.
The game makes sense to him.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Tom Pelissero is all over the NFL.
That's right.
We can ask him about Brian Flores. We can ask him about John Harbaugh and much, much more. We'll talk to him probably in like 10 minutes. This is the Power Trimoni Show on The Fan.
Easy. I'm going to be coming up through your channel. I'm guessing they're.
That's correct.
Great. I wanted to make sure. Hey, welcome back. It's the Power Trip Morning Show.
He's here.
Trying our very best to give you something to take your mind off everything this morning. That's what we do. It's the Power Trip. And Maxo's gone for the day. Thank you, Maxo. But Zach's over there and meets us and Corey. And my name is Chris Hockey. And thanks to our friends at Bell Bank, the good people at Bell Bank, from the Bell Bank studios over there. And from his home, his palatial mansion, there's Tom Pelissero. Hi, Tom. Yeah, can't hear him.
Why not?
Don't know.
I don't know much,
Don't know.
All right, I'm going to go fix.
but I know I love you.
This is where Jim Nance says a tradition like no other.
I can translate
Being
what he's saying because
incapable
I'm a
of
lip reader.
connecting to Tom
What's he
Pelissero.
saying?
He's saying, talk to me a little bit, Tom, so I can read your lips, if you don't mind. Yeah. He said, hello. I am a fan of the Disney princess character.
Hit that button.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it was. I was going to say something really bad, so I'm glad he cut me
Yeah.
off when he did. Hi, Tom. It's great to see you, buddy.
Great to see you too. What's shaking?
Lots is going on, and we're doing our best to give people something else to talk about and think about. Release a little bit of the weight on their mind. So let's talk football.
Hey, let me combine the two since you just talked about lip reading.
Great.
Tom, yesterday on Bumper to Bumper, Dan Barrera was talking a lot about 41 Donut, the NFC title game where the Vikings got shut out by the Giants 41-0. And talking about stolen signals and all this kind of stuff. And then it got me thinking about lip reading. Does that happen? Is there any rule in place where a team couldn't have somebody in the booth that is a professional lip reader that's trying to figure out exactly what the coaches say if they aren't covering their mouths? Like, is that a thing? Are there rules against that?
So you have the broadcast feed is in the coach's booth. It's how they see, when they're advising on, for instance, instant replay. And so hypothetically, sure, if you're not covering your mouth, if you had someone, you would just have to translate it so quickly, know what the words mean, communicate it down to the sideline and then into the signal caller on the field. There's a variety of other things. I mean, every team in the NFL sends an advanced scout to every game. So, if the Vikings are playing the Packers this week and the Bears next week, you're going to see a Bears scout at the Vikings game. And they're there for several reasons. They chart, injuries, just mark those things down so that they know if a player's dealing with something, what that is. They're looking at different things that you may not pick up on tape. And a big one of those is the signaling that comes in on the sideline. They are trying to decode the signals. They're trying to figure out, okay, if they're making, these hand signals, a lot of those are for the personnel groups that come on and off the field. In 2-minute situations, there's going to be a little bit more because it's frantic. And so that's what every team does. Literally, advanced scouts are sign stealers. They're not probably with binoculars looking to read lips, but they are looking through their binoculars so you can see them. They have seats in the press box, US Bank Stadium every week. You can see there's 2 guys down there for the 2 advanced opponents, and they're watching to see what those signals are. The actual lip reading, probably a little bit more difficult, but not impossible. And the play callers that use shorter play calls obviously are a lot easier to discern than if you got a John Gruden style spider 2 wide banana hook route right left whatever the hell he says. Those are probably more complicated.
That's a hell of a play.
Yeah, that is. Tom, everybody is saying that John Harbaugh is going to be the next coach of the Giants. 2-part question: how big of a get is that for the Giants, and now how quickly will some of these other coaches fall in place?
Well, that was the first big domino. It's big for the Giants in large part because they needed some type of credibility after everything, the ups and a lot of downs that they've had really since the second Super Bowl that they won under Tom Coughlin. I think everybody in their mind's eye can picture Tom Coughlin with like the Rudolph red nose on the sideline when it gets cold and he looked a million years old. He was 5 years younger than John Harbaugh when the Giants hired him.
Wow.
John Harbaugh is 63. Tom Coughlin was 58.
Are you kidding
when he got
me?
that job?
He looked 75.
He looked like a Harry Potter character.
He's got a full Wilford Brimley and Cocoon thing going where you're like, he was 45 in that movie?
Yeah.
Really? So John Harbaugh, he's very experienced, but it also like the media and the fans, as much as anything, as much as you want to think like we're making these decisions solely based on football, at some point, especially in a market like that, they were in a position where if they didn't get John Harbaugh, there was going to be a revolt that they blew it and then nobody wanted to take the job. And so they recruited John Harbaugh very, very hard from the day that the Ravens fired him, which feels like eons ago, it was 9 days ago. Harbaugh took his time evaluating different situations. And this was, much like what coaching searches were back in the 90s and the 2000s. There's all kinds of rules in place now. Coaches who are under contract, assistant coaches with teams right now, they still can't interview in person until next Monday. But anybody who's fired is essentially exempt from those rules, which is why Harbaugh could set this up like what it used to be, which was, all right, you narrow it down. If you got 5 teams that want you, you're going to narrow it down to 2 or 3 places. But the first one that you go to, it's either you hire him or he's gone. You're not getting him back. So John Harbaugh got on the plane and left. But before last night was over, he had decided to take the job. They postponed or basically canceled the Titans visit and told the Giants we want to work on the contract. That's where news broke late last night, was because they had told the other teams you're out on this thing. They still, as far as I'm aware, and as of 20 minutes ago, they had not actually negotiated the contract, like the details of it. But it's pretty straightforward. John Harbaugh is going to be one of the highest paid coaches in the NFL. They are paying for that credibility. You certainly can look at John Harbaugh's recent history. He's got a grand total of 4 playoff wins since Barack Obama's first term. He has not had that level of success. 2 days ago, Steve Bisciotti, the Ravens owner, is at the podium saying we perpetually underachieved. We underachieved in the postseason. We're the worst team in the NFL at blowing leads late. One man's trash is another man's new head coach. And John Harbaugh comes with, a lot of optimism about, for a team that's just They've not had any type of steadiness, and they have cycled through coaches since Coughlin, from Ben McAdoo to Pat Shurmur to Joe Judge to Brian Daboll. They've had flashes. They went to the playoffs once with McAdoo. They went to the playoffs and beat the Vikings a few years ago with Daboll. But they've not had any type of consistency. John Harbaugh has been pretty consistent. He's won over 60% of his games. He knows how to set a culture. We'll see how long the runway is, because he's 63 years old, but certainly he's going into this, that he's, if not having something to prove, certainly that he wants to show that he can still win big.
Give me the most realistic path for the next 9 months before week 1 for Jordan Addison and the Minnesota Vikings. What's the plan?
Well, one thing I would say is I would not rush to judgment on the situation in Florida. I've done not, a great deal of digging on it, but from what I've heard, this is probably, a speed bump. And if this were a different player, this would not be a big deal. Certainly, though, Jordan, based on his history, having served a suspension to start this season, having multiple issues in the past, it follows a concerning type of a pattern. And as much as the Vikings love Jordan Addison as a player, there's certainly a part of it that's like, it's a different situation. But, people can say, why did the Steelers trade George Pickens to the Cowboys? Why would they do that? The answer is sometimes you've had enough in your building, and you don't think that, that if you pay the guy that it's going to improve. I don't know precisely where the Vikings stand. I do know that obviously they've still got, the best receiver on the planet in Justin Jefferson. They have a breakout player in Jalen Naylor. Jordan Addison, he made big plays. He was suspended for the first quarter of the game in Europe, and then caught the game-winning touchdown. What he is when he's on the field. It's just how much of the other stuff can you stomach here? So it's up to the Vikings how they want to proceed. If they feel like he's a long-term part of the program. If he's not, then there'd be no shortage of teams, much like the Cowboys were on George Pickens, who would be willing to bring in a really talented young player who, with the benefit of a fresh start and maybe having a bit of a wake-up call, maybe things change. I'm not in any way saying the Vikings have given up on Jordan Addison. I would just say, again, without overplaying an issue in Florida that does not sound like it is something major from the limited information that I do have, it still does add to just some of the questions about exactly, how much, quite frankly, you can trust the guy is going to grow up and be a professional and be available to you for 17 games a year.
Tom, go ahead, Hawk.
Okay, just real quick, I want to save the Vikings, if you don't mind. So we're hearing that Flores is going to interview for the Washington defensive coordinator job and their head coach job as well. Obviously, you can't see into the future and tell us what's going to happen, but it does feel weird to us that he would interview with other teams to be their defensive coordinator. Why would he do that, in your opinion?
Well, I don't. He did interview with Washington yesterday. I don't really see that being necessarily a fit. Not impossible, but Flo he's a big personality. He's very, very good at his job. Working for a defensive head coach like Dan Quinn would seem unlikely. He essentially, and this is taking nothing away from Kevin O'Connell, but Flo kind of has, some level of autonomy on the defense. Like, he's the head coach of defense in Minnesota. You're not going to get that everywhere. But there's really no reason for him to sign a contract to come back to Minnesota, because think of the number of different dominoes that we still have to fall in this entire thing. Number one, as you mentioned, he's got multiple head coaching interviews. The Steelers put in for him. He was an assistant coach there under Mike Tomlin. He was in the building for a year. I would certainly think that's, Art Rooney, who gets to know all these guys personally. That has Art Rooney's stamp all over it, that, hey, he's an impressive guy. Why wouldn't we have him, as a part of the process? He already had another head coaching interview. And then in terms of those additional dominoes, let's say he doesn't get a head coaching job. You already right now have the Cowboys, the Commanders, and the Jets do not have defensive coordinators. You have 9 new coaching staffs that are going to come in, so that's 12. And then any defensive coordinators that get head coaching jobs, you have to backfill that. So half the league, basically, is going to have a new defensive coordinator in 2026. There's no reason to shut the doors on anything. Your leverage is only going to grow, until these jobs begin to fill up here. So, Brian Flores is very valued in Minnesota. They've taken, as Kevin O'Connell said the other day, several runs at bringing him back as the DC. He's not taken those contracts, but I don't view that as necessarily like he's hell-bent on leaving the Vikings. It's much more so, why lock himself in? Let's say, hypothetically, all right, let's say Jeff Hafley gets a head coaching job. Hafley's got like 5 interviews. He's viewed as a top candidate within the league. Matt LaFleur said the other day he thinks he's going to get a job elsewhere. Why wouldn't the Packers be on line one for Brian Flores the moment that happens? Weaken your division rival and bring in one of the top defensive coordinators in all of football. There's all these different things. There's some things that we don't even see coming because, the Rams defensive coordinator, Chris Shula, has a bunch of interviews. The Chargers defensive coordinator, Jesse Minter, has requests from he had 9 requests to come in and interview. There's a lot of ball game left. There's several weeks left. At this point, I'd probably be doing the same thing, frankly, as Flores, which is keep your options open. The Vikings have a standing offer for him. At some point, he might come back, or there might be something else that's really alluring, that makes him go, you know what? If my aspiration is to be a head coach again, I might have a chance to put myself in better position by going here.
Tom, Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi spoke this week. What are your thoughts on the non-committal, basically non-answer about who will be their starter at quarterback next season for your Vikings?
Realistically, J.J. McCarthy has shown flashes where he has played really well. He's had whole games where he's played very well, but he's not been available. That's the number one thing. He's been hurt. He missed his entire rookie season. He had, I believe, 4 separate points at this season at which he was unavailable with the high ankle sprain, the concussion, the hand, and then the hand again in the final game. JJ, kind of opened the door on that too by talking after the final game and basically saying like, hey, if I'm out of here, I'm out of here. There's just, there's just a lot of questions surrounding it. Kevin O'Connell also said very clearly, this is going to be a very important offseason. JJ is a big part of the plan, but they have to have a plan B. You can't go through the offseason like they did last year. Now, listen, they traded for Sam Howell. It just didn't work out. They bring in Carson Wentz basically, at the cut down deadline, and then he ends up playing. If Carson Wentz doesn't get hurt, they still might make the playoffs. If he's operating just at a little bit higher level, they win one more game, they're in. As opposed to Carson, battling that shoulder until he finally had, couldn't do it anymore and had surgery. They know that they just need to elevate the level of their options within that room. They took a swing at it last year. I mean, we've talked about it a lot. They were interested in bringing Sam Darnold back. They weren't going to go where the Seahawks did, and they couldn't offer him, the long-term commitment in a place where he didn't have somebody breathing down his neck. They wanted to bring back Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones chose to go someplace else. They explored other things. They traded for Sam Howell, a guy who had started in the league. Just wasn't the right fit. He didn't play well. He didn't practice well. They had to move on. I think that they know how important it is. Yeah, they still finished 9-8. They still were, a half game out of playoff contention. But the moves that you make in February and March, that just proved it. They're extremely important to what your options are. And when you have a young quarterback who you like, but just hasn't been on the field, you owe it to yourself and your team to make sure that you've got those other options in play. If for one reason or another, JJ does not emerge healthy, number one, and is the clear-cut number one guy going into September.
Final question or two for Tom Pelissero. Divisional round of the NFL playoffs this weekend. Does it still feel wide open to you, or is a team or two emerging?
I think it's wide open. I mean, what do we have? 4 out of the 6 road teams won games in the wild card round. I think Bills Broncos is a really fascinating type of a matchup because, the Bills, frankly, they have Josh Allen. The Broncos are the winningest team, in football this season, certainly in the AFC. Sean Payton's done a great job, but they're not like an offensive juggernaut. They've got a lot of young developing players on offense. Are they going to show up after a week off, first big game that a lot of these guys have played in the NFL at home? Or the Bills with all their playoff experience with a quarterback in Josh Allen who's really tough but is banged up. I just think that that's a really unique type of a matchup because if the Bills go in there and pull off that win, I mean, they could end up, there's a scenario where the Bills could host the AFC Championship game. The Texans would have to beat the Patriots, but there's a chance we get one more game at Highmark Stadium. Then on the NFC side of things, kind of the same deal with the Bears. I mean, they showed up when they needed to. They roared back in the second half, and Ben Johnson got to scream, bleep the Packers, the thing that had been probably running through his head since the day he took the job in the locker room scene. It was cool, but you got a really battle-tested Rams team, with Matthew Stafford at quarterback. And then, probably the game of the weekend is the rematch with, the 49ers going up against the Seahawks. We just saw this in week 18. That would have been, this would have been the scenario the Vikings were drawing up after they, kind of performed like the 49ers did in week 18 with the number 1 seed on the line last year. Instead, the Vikings went and lost to the Rams. The 49ers get another crack at this thing. Nobody has survived more. They just lost George Kittle now to an Achilles as well. But they go into Seattle. I think all 4 of these games are going to be really competitive. I don't think there's a clear favorite. I think that the fascinating dynamic to me is the 2 teams that had byes are new at this. It's Mike McDonald's first time in the playoffs with a vastly different roster, and Sam Darnold playing a divisional playoff game at home. And on the Broncos side of things, young Bo Nix, they were in the playoffs last year, but this is they need to get that first playoff win in the Sean Payton era for the Broncos. So great weekend of games, still totally wide open, and we're gonna have a new Super Bowl this year, which we can't always say.
Tom, you're the best, dude. Thanks, appreciate it. Talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys.
There he goes. Tom
Pelissero.
Thanks to Bell Bank from the Bell Bank Studios over there. Nice job.
All right.
Good work.
Let's do this.
Now it's time for Headlines.
Headlines. Hey, happy 25th birthday to Wikipedia.
Oh.
The first ever Wikipedia post was 25 years ago today,
So
January 15th.
Is Wikipedia still in the row zone?
Just barely.
Yeah, just barely. Leo would date Wikipedia.
I don't know why you're being so mean to him.
I don't either. Why do you do that?
He's not mad at me. He's mad at Hawk.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I'm the only one that ever sticks up for him.
Ooh.
Even though some are extremely small where they look like freckles or moles,
Wiener?
1 out of every blank people has a third nipple.
7.
1 out of every 7?
1,000.
1 out of 1,000. Zach.
I'd say it's
2 very different guesses. 7 and 1,000.
Yeah, I'm going to say about 50.
About 50.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone who does?
There's 4 of us. Any of us have a third one?
I mean, Harry Styles.
Harry Styles, Chandler Bing.
He has more than
Dusty
3.
Ron.
Dusty Mond. 1 out of every 18. Chris, not a terrible guess.
7 wasn't a bad guess.
Not a bad guess at all.
I told you.
Yeah.
1 out of
Hawk
18.
gets
So
it.
most of them look like freckles or moles, but technically.
Mine, I have 1 on my left side, just like everybody. And then on the right side, I've got 1 abnormally large one that is actually 5 different nipples stacked on top of each other.
What?
Yeah, they're
it
trying to sneak into a
sprouts.
bar in a trench coat.
Yeah,
Oh, well played.
it sprouts. It looks like something that I caught from an alien.
You need to get that looked at.
He's fine.
Yeah, no, I had it looked at. Dr. Mead said it was sexy.
No, Dr. Mead definitely is a professional and didn't say, by the way, everything looks great, but that 5 nipples is sexy.
We had heard rumors and reports, but now, according to new reports, Metallica is finalizing a deal for a residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas.
That'd be cool, man. I'd go to that for a show.
Metallica.
Can I make a real dumb statement?
Can't wait.
That's way too loud. Way too loud.
What is Metallica at the Sphere
Way too
specifically, or
loud.
just Metallica
No,
anywhere?
Metallica at the Sphere. Way too loud.
You haven't seen it yet.
No, but it's going to be way too loud.
How do you know?
Because their music is loud.
I would bet probably a little bit against that.
Sorry.
They got 100,000 speakers in that place, and they're all
That's a lot of people.
directed. I mean, you guys saw U2. Was it
I'm gonna
loud
write
in
a book
there?
and start doing
Yeah, but
speeches.
U2 doesn't play Welcome to Paradise.
Yeah, but they're gonna
does
make it
Metallica.
sound well. Yeah. Wait. Hey, you saw Green Day at the Sphere?
I've not. I've never seen them.
Do you know he just Welcome to Paradise is a song by Green Day, but I think he just accidentally combined Welcome to the Jungle and Paradise City by
He might
Guns N'
have,
Roses.
yeah.
That's what you just did,
Is that
right?
what you did?
No, I was trying to be funny.
Oh.
What part of that was funny?
Okay, I didn't know. I did radio with George Carlin.
Because
I wish you did.
was the Welcome to Paradise reference
I know,
though
that's what I
Green Day
mean.
or
No, I
the
was just trying to-
combination
no,
of
just
Guns N'
Green Day.
Roses
I was
songs?
just trying to make a joke.
That was a Green Day song?
That Welcome to Paradise.
I
is a
know.
Green
I
Day
just I
song.
was convinced because Metallica's like in the same era as Guns N' Roses. I thought you were going with that,
No, I was just trying to be funny. It didn't work. It failed miserably. Now you keep
like
pointing it out.
Sweet Child of Brownstone.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know if you guys saw this, but man, whoever is writing for HBO is definitely tapped into the zeitgeist right now, because if you saw the trailer for season 3 of Euphoria, Sydney Sweeney's character in season 3 apparently is an OnlyFans model.
Okay.
I haven't seen the trailer yet. I'll have to check that out.
Is that? We made it like 2 episodes in. Is that show any good?
Yeah, I don't know. Never seen it.
Yeah, it's about as wild as it gets, but and very, very graphic.
What's it about outside of Sydney Sweeney?
Well, you got Rue, and Rue is played by Zendaya, and she was the main character, but then really is kind of taking a backseat to the absolute mess. What's that?
I don't know, man.
He was trying to do a Green Day joke.
Oh, okay.
What was it?
But yeah, no, it's basically a bunch of messed up teenagers that do a lot of messed up things, and
but I mean, is there a central plot line? Like, what are they doing outside of just
drugs,
making mistakes?
Sex, alcohol.
So there isn't
killing
like
each other.
Nicotine.
Wait, hang on. There's murder.
Well, there's kinda. There's a kid that. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but.
So it's not just a party show, though. Something has to be happening.
Gosh, no, it's
what's happening.
It's a depressing show. It is it's very well shot, very well acted. It's really hard to explain other than, like I said, it is just about a bunch of people and substance abuse. Rue is, you feel terrible for her. She's had a rough life. It's,
I bet Kanga's brokenhearted.
But there is a lot of nudity. Oh my.
That took me a minute. I thought you meant like the bad guy in Marvel for a second. That was good, man.
Hang on.
You guys don't need to be so mean.
I haven't done anything.
Do you believe that Sauce completely gets the joke?
Yeah, I think he does now.
I don't know if he does. I think he gets half of it.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But I disagree. I still think he gets the whole thing.
I'm going that he only knows half. Zach, does he understand the complete joke, or did he just laugh because it wasn't Jonathan Majors or whatever? Was that his name?
Yeah.
Related? Is that Kang? Was that his name?
Yes, sir.
Admittedly, I don't get the joke.
You don't get the full joke either?
No.
Okay.
Sauce, explain it.
Is that a kangaroo?
Yeah, see, exactly. He only knew half the joke.
Okay.
What's the other half?
It's a Winnie the Pooh
Winnie
reference.
the Pooh reference, because Kanga is the mom and Rue is the little boy.
kid.
I did not know that.
Exactly.
Okay,
I've
there you
read
go.
the book, but I didn't retain it.
Well, and then also another thing about this show is one of the really main characters, the actor, died a couple years ago. And then one of the other ones is the guy from the other show that he's got ALS now. What's his name? The
Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Yes. So I don't even know how much he's even in the show.
No, who has ALS?
Let's see here. He's a well-known actor. Eric Dane.
I don't know that.
You don't know Eric Dane?
Nope.
You've seen him. He's one of those guys like you've seen him he was in Grey's Anatomy.
Eric Dane has ALS?
He was in Marley and Me.
I don't recognize him at all. I just Googled him.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
Yeah, it's okay, Daddy.
So, Jacob Elordi's a big deal, right? He's on that show.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney, Zendaya. Those are the big three?
Yes. Rest in peace, Angus Cloud. That sucks. I don't know how they're going to make season 3 without him, but out of respect.
All right. Anyway. Sauce, you ready for some jokes?
Yeah, man.
This is for you.
Here he goes.
On Tuesday, police in Florida responded to a call at a place called the Palms of Emerald Coast Massage Parlor
Oh, man.
to investigate an alleged attack.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, the Palms. Come on.
Someone from the Department of Health reported that they were yelled at and physically shoved out of the business by a massage parlor employee. When the cops showed up, they tried to cuff her. Said, hey, like, you're under arrest, right? That's how that goes. But in her attempt to avoid being arrested, she defecated towards the officers.
Oh, Lord.
It didn't work. The woman was arrested for battery.
I'm sorry, you misread that. Splattery.
So the floor is yours.
Hawk's dad is currently signing up to be a police officer. And he's going to stand
That's very
outside
brave of you, Dad.
of a Palm spot. And eventually he's going to be like, Hawk? Because Hawk's going to go in there. Like the one time he went in there and got his Jonathan
So Hawk's dad refers to Chris as Hawk. Yeah. and he's not sure it's him. Hawk? Is that you?
He questioned it when he
just
saw
wasn't
it.
sure.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but then he
Just in case anybody's wondering, none of this actually happened.
And then when he saw him again, he paused, looked at him, nodded, and said, "That'll do, pig. That'll do."
He called me pig.
Wow.
He's proud of it.
He said that to the cop? Or
No, that's a Babe reference when he says, "That'll do, pig."
You don't call babes pig.
You have.
Man, this show is so dumb. A Swedish soccer enthusiast. All right, I hope you guys didn't read this. I want to see who can get the closest. Think about this for a second. Guy's a giant soccer fan, right? He broke a Guinness World Record when he juggled a soccer ball using only his knees, chest, head, and feet. Right? Can't use your hands. Knees, chest, head, and feet. How long did he juggle a soccer ball for? That was the Guinness World Record.
2 hours, Corey.
We've all seen those videos, right? Somebody just
27
basically
hours, Corey.
hacky sacking it.
38 hours.
Hang on. So, Zach, you said 2?
Yeah.
Hawk, you said what? 27?
Yeah.
And Sauce, you said what?
38.
38.
Survey says
One of you missed it by 1 hour and 21 minutes.
Zach.
Me.
Chris,
what?
28 hours,
Come on.
21 minutes, and 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Jeez, Becky.
That's nuts. That's
Yeah.
nuts.
I thought he's allowed to use those two?
He could. Just can't use his hands.
Okay.
All right, think about this, how terrifying this truly would be.
Cool.
A stranger in Illinois knocked on someone's door around midnight. Already, that's unnerving, right? What are you doing?
Yeah. Terrifying. Leave me alone, please.
Then asked the person who answered the door, the resident, to make him a pizza. The resident called the police.
He said the best thing about it is they're available at
midnight.
That's
Todd's
house.
That's scary because it's midnight. It's also scary because I would think immediately, no, this is a person that has a problem and this is not going to be stable. This is not good. That's terrifying. Today's National Bagel Day, so I Heart Broad Donuts.
Yep.
Yep. We appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.
Yeah, thanks, Emily. Here's a Robin Hood story. A guy walks into a bank and demands $1,000. The teller gives him $140. Don't know why, but that's what he got. He then walks to a nearby Mexican restaurant and orders food. The food cost $19.53. He ate it and then left the remainder of the money from the bank as a tip.
Whoa.
Oh, so like Robin Hood.
Yes. Yes.
Man.
But what I'm saying is, it sounds like they caught this guy because the story is in the news. So he robbed a bank to eat at a Mexican restaurant and give a $120 tip.
Does the place have to give that back?
That's a great question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a really good question.
Good question.
I would think so,
Yeah,
but I don't
would
know.
think so,
But
yeah.
like, not the money that they spent on the food, just the tip.
No, it's all
Your mic's on.
it's all hot.
Oh, Marty.
It's such
Let's try this. Let's try this one. With just the tip.
Oh,
move.
he's busy.
Much worse. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. But
All
we
right.
did our best.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Take care of each other, please.
tomorrow at 5:30, Tommy Olson, John Kriesel. I think John's bringing in Jeff Tafe. Gopher hockey fans from back in the day will remember Jeff Tafe. I think Jeff Tafe's going to be on the show tomorrow. Marnie Gellner is a maybe. I guess she's a little bit under the weather, but hopefully Marnie's feeling better. Mark Parrish tomorrow. And then Vikings long snapper Andrew DePaula plays initials for the second time. What are we at, 107 or 107.5? That's I'm not asking for KFAN the plus. What's the jackpot?
107.5 from
I think it's something like
America.
107.5. So we're talking either way, 6 figures plus. It's a ton of money for the jackpot tomorrow. Maybe somebody wins it tomorrow. 9 to noon is next. See you tomorrow, 5:30 to 9.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, Abadabba. Keep smiling. Be careful, please. Take care of yourself. All y'all.